Chances are you see this logo everywhere, on red carpets, in music videos, on the streets of every major city on Earth. Gucci has become more than just a brand. It's a status symbol, a cultural shorthand for success and style. With near universal name recognition, it's one of the most visible, most talked about luxury houses in the world. In the UK, for example, brand awareness sits at a staggering 94%. It feels inescapable, so you'd be forgiven for thinking it must be the biggest, most powerful force in the industry. But it's not even close. What if I told you that one of the most famous brands on the planet is being dramatically outplayed in the business of luxury? Behind that iconic logo is a surprising truth. In the brutal, multi-hundred billion-dollar business of high fashion, being famous isn't enough to win. To understand why, you have to look past the runway shows and celebrity endorsements and follow the money. In 2024, Gucci's revenue, reported by its parent company Kering, was 7.6 billion euros, an enormous number, until you see this. That same year, its main competitor, LVMH, brought in 85 billion euros. This is the paradox of Gucci. How can a brand be so culturally dominant, yet so far behind in the money game? The story of this gap reveals the hidden architecture of the entire modern luxury industry, an industry built on two fundamentally different strategies. And right now, one of them is winning. To understand that gap, you need to know that the term luxury isn't just about handbags. The personal luxury goods market, where Gucci lives, is a 363 billion euro slice of a much larger pie that includes everything from cars to hotels to fine wine. And in this arena, there are two dominant playbooks. First, there's the conglomerate model. This is LVMH. LVMH, short for Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy, doesn't bet on a single brand. It owns a portfolio of 75 different houses, spread across multiple sectors. Their largest division, fashion and leather goods, which includes giants like Louis Vuitton and Dior, drives nearly half their revenue. This portfolio strategy is their superpower. If one brand has a slow year, another can pick up the slack. They can negotiate better deals for retail space and advertising because they buy in bulk. It's a diversified, industrial-scale approach to luxury. It's stable, resilient, and massive. Then there's the mega brand model. This is Gucci. Gucci, while owned by the smaller conglomerate Kering, operates as the group's primary engine, a single, hyper-focused brand responsible for generating its own heat and light. When a mega brand is hot, it's unstoppable. It can define culture and post incredible growth, but it lives and dies by its own creative vision. There's no safety net, and that puts immense pressure on one specific part of the business, the cash cow. For Gucci, that's leather goods. In 2024, handbags, belts, and wallets made up a full 50% of their revenue. The spectacular fashion shows, that's marketing. The real business is this. And this heavy reliance means the brand must constantly stay relevant or risk its single engine stalling. For decades, these two models competed on familiar ground, the wealthy streets of Paris, Milan, New York, and London. But in the last 10 years, the entire map of luxury has been redrawn. The industry's center of gravity has shifted decisively to the east. In 2024, a stunning 40% of all new luxury stores worldwide opened in China. This isn't just a trend. It's a fundamental restructuring of the market, driven by a new generation of wealthy Asian consumers. And this geographic pivot changes the game. It gives a massive structural advantage to the conglomerates. Think about it. A conglomerate like LVMH can deploy its entire portfolio to capture this new market. They can open a Dior store for one customer, a Tiffany for another, and a Celine for another, all on the same block. They can saturate every niche of the market. It's a diversified, industrial-scale approach to luxury. It's stable, resilient, and massive. A mega brand like Gucci has only itself. It has to appeal to a broad swath of this new audience with a single unified vision, and that intensifies the pressure to be everything to everyone, a nearly impossible task that forces mega brands into a dangerous, relentless cycle. That cycle is one of constant, high-stakes reinvention. When a mega brand's growth slows, it can't rely on a sister brand to cover the losses. It has to change, and it has to change fast. This is why creative director changes at Gucci are front-page news. Each shift, from the slick glamour of Tom Ford to the romantic maximalism of Alessandro Michele to the clean minimalism of Sabato de Sarno in 2023, is more than an artistic choice. It's a strategic reboot. A high-stakes bet designed to create new buzz and reignite the single engine that powers the entire brand. This buzz is now a measurable metric. It's called Media Impact Value, or MIV, and it's a way to put a number on relevance. And when your business model depends on being the hottest brand in the room, that number is everything. But while Gucci was focusing its energy on these high-profile creative resets, the entire landscape of how people buy luxury was also shifting beneath their feet. The new battlefield isn't just in Shanghai, it's in your pocket. For years, luxury brands resisted selling online. They feared it would dilute the exclusive white glove experience of their physical stores. That era is over. In 2024, the online market for personal luxury goods is worth over 72 billion euros. It has blown past department stores and outlets to become the second largest sales channel in the world, right behind the brand's own stores. And once again, the sheer scale of the conglomerates offers a hidden, almost unfair advantage. Building a world-class e-commerce operation is incredibly expensive. You need a seamless website, a sophisticated digital marketing team, and a global logistics network that can deliver a $1,000 handbag to someone's door. For a single brand, that's a massive capital investment. But for a conglomerate like LVMH, these costs can be shared across 75 different houses. They can build a single, best-in-class technological backbone and deploy it for everyone. This gives even their smaller brands a digital presence that a standalone competitor could never afford. It's an economy of scale that is almost impossible to compete with. This combination of forces, the geographic pivot to Asia, the relentless pressure for creative renewal, and the technological arms race online, defines the modern luxury landscape. It creates a brutally competitive environment where fame is just the starting point. So, we have two paths to power: the LVMH conglomerate, a diversified, resilient fleet built for scale and market saturation, and the Gucci mega brand, a dazzling, culturally potent starship that runs on creative heat. For years, Gucci's fame was its greatest asset, but in today's luxury market, that very fame creates immense pressure to be a cultural leader, while the fundamental structure of the industry increasingly favors the scale of its biggest competitor. Of course, revenue isn't the only metric for success. Profitability matters, and the full impact of Gucci's latest creative shift under Sabato de Sarno won't be clear for some time. But the fundamental question remains: in a future fought online and centered in Asia, can a single, brilliant star outshine an entire galaxy? The answer will define the next era of luxury.